Feel the breath deep in your belly as you take the inhale. Feel how the breath moves all the energy away from your head and down into your body, gifting your body with the gift of fresh life and vitality. Great job. One more. Nice job. Next, I have this beautiful, pure, white candle. And this is what we're going to be doing your initial cleanse with. So let me light this and I'll explain as I work this through your aura to gently melt this layer of negativity that we see here. Nice. So, this candle, this beautiful, pure, light candle, represents your own light, the light that's inside of you that can never be put out. It can only be hidden or shrouded sometimes. Just working it around you. But you can hide it and sometimes overly protect it. But you can never put out this light. And this light that I have in my hand perfectly represents your light. And as I shine it back to you, it's just helping you to remember who you really are, that you don't need to take yourself or your problems too seriously, and that you are perfectly matched for this life that you have manifested for yourself, and that you can manifest whatever you put your mind to. Okay? You really can do that. Alright. You feel pretty good with this light. So we will thank this light and leave it right there, just beside you. And now you're looking a little more ready to have me go through your aura and start directing healing energy into you to again just melt this negative sort of shell around you that has already softened a little bit, and we're just going to take care of it totally for you today. So are you ready for me to put my hands around you and on your aura? Okay, good. Okay, just working down your body a little bit here. And then let's just go over your head. Okay, and behind you, just checking how everything feels. Behind you and on the side, just looking for any weak points in this shell. And it definitely feels stronger behind you. thoughts, because often our subconscious energy really does well when it kind of lingers in our aura behind us, so we don't really see it and we're not really fully aware of it, and it has more power back there where it can subconsciously sort of influence our thoughts. So just gently clearing that away. It's so important to recognize this energy that's behind us, because when we call it out for what it is, it doesn't have as much power over us. Okay. Alright. On that side there. And down your body. Your body feels really good today, actually. These lower chakras in your heart here, and then down your body and to the base of your spine, to your pelvis where your first chakra is. It feels very open to me today, like it's really ready for a healing. And maybe that's because you've gotten used to getting some healings now, so your body is more receptive as we start to work, which is just really nice. Yes, it's nice to feel you so open. Okay, so the first tool that I'd like to use today is this lovely piece of granite. And I see this tool as like a psychic surgery kind of tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it to do some cracks and make some creases in this negative aura around you, so that we can loosen it even more, and then it will just dissolve, because it will have so many cracks and creases in it that it will just melt away. So is it okay if I use my psychic surgeon tool on you? You can have a little look at it. It's a beautiful piece of granite. Alright, well, I'm going to start just up here over your head and then work my way down, okay? So for this part, I'm just going to stand above you and just start gently making cracks in the aura above your head. Just really making sure I can get behind you into that 7th chakra area. We don't want any spiritual information coming into you in your 7th chakra. It's not a perfect match for you. You are only accepting information that is for your best and highest good. You are not accepting any information into your space that is false or shaming or dishonest or riddled with guilt and judgment. You are only accepting the truth about yourself and about others into your consciousness now. Okay, so now I'm just going to work this down the side of your face here. Okay, over here. Kind of brush that out. It definitely feels harsher right here around your 6th chakra. The energy just feels like is false. It is a distraction from your truth. That's really all negative energy is. It's just a lot of distraction. And it keeps you from being in your true usefulness. Your usefulness to yourself and your usefulness to others. It keeps you from sharing those true gifts that you have, especially if your negativity has kept you in kind of a vice of fear. So we are just clearing all of that out. Great. Okay. Just gonna work this down your body now. You're doing a great job. Awesome job. Before I wrap it up with my psychic surgery tool, I just want to make sure that we are also cutting the negativity in your lower chakras. So is it okay if I direct this to your first, second, and third chakras in kind of the base of your torso? Okay, so I'm just going to lean down. And just remember to keep breathing while I'm doing this. All right, take a deep breath now. That was beautiful. Let's do one more. Okay. Great job. Thank you, the psychic surgeon tool. So let me just take a moment now and look at you and go through with my hands again, because now that this negativity shell that was around your aura is much more soft, it's kind of like a wax that's very mutable and changeable. I am just going to go through my hands and just sort of take the wax, that waxy substance off of your body and aura. Is that okay? Okay, great. So again, I'm just going to start standing, and I'm just going to start taking kind of globs of this off of you. Okay. That was a big one. Okay, let's reach behind you. Okay. Go back and just smooth that out, and then just let's do one more little handful. And then on this side, another little handful. Alright, now we can very lightly run my fingers through your aura again, and even back behind you. I can run my fingers pretty cleanly through your aura to sort of fluff it out. Alright, let's do the lower part of your body, okay? So I'm just gonna do the same thing, where I'm gonna reach in and just take indicates for how open your lower chakras were to healing. There's kind of a lot of just extra old sludge kind of in there. Okay. Alright, just running my fingers through. There's a little bit more down by your first chakra. So I'm just going to take that. Let's do this side. Okay. Great. Yes, it feels much better. Yes, you feel much lighter now. Awesome job. Alright, we got a lot of that negative energy shell that was around you. But I have one more stone that I'd like to show you and use. And it's this beautiful purple smooth stone. I call it a sleeping stone, actually, because it's a great stone to sleep with under your pillow at night if you're having trouble sleeping. There you go, now you can see it. So I'm going to be using this stone on you just to smooth out your real true aura that was underneath all the negativity. Because your true aura, it might be kind of sensitive right now because it's not used to being exposed fully to the air. It's usually kind of hidden beneath this kind of, protective shell of negativity that you might often find is around you. So I am just going to gently run this around your real aura now, just smoothing it out, and then also gently giving it a sense of safety so that it knows that it's totally safe to be here and to be exactly who you are without needing to put a protective shell of something negative around you. Okay, so just gently patting it in a little bit, giving you a ton of loving, healing energy with my hands. Let's just do a sweep all the way down. Let's just make sure on this side it's also great, and down your arms. Okay, let me try to get behind you as well, okay? Alright, so just going behind you, working this beautiful stone, going down your back, down your back, down your back one more time. Then let me just do this on this side to make sure both sides are even. Down your back, down your back, down your back. Beautiful. We now intend that no negative energy is going to subconsciously affect you behind your head or your back. Your back is a port of entry that is only safe for positive, healing, loving, and true energy to exist. Only that kind of energy may exist behind you. We call it to be, so it is. Protecting your back, protecting your head, 7th chakra, where you take in information, and your 6th chakra, where you decipher information. We're protecting and loving all of this area. Protecting and loving your 6th and 7th chakra. Protecting and loving your 6th and 7th chakra. You're doing a great job. I want to make extra sure that your mind stays clear and does not become diluted again by negative energy. I want to make sure that your mind is well protected and well wrapped up so that nothing can influence you, nothing negative, nothing fearful, nothing that is a lie about yourself and about others and is purely just a negative distraction. We're just making sure that you are fully protected. Great job. So now, we're not done with our healing yet, because before you go, I'd like to gift you with a little angel card word message. So all of these angel cards have different words on them, and I have no idea which word is going to be your word today, but I know that the word that we pick today is meant to be a word that you remember as a mantra. So if any negative energy is coming back into your mind, I want you to remember this moment with me right now and remember the word that we picked together for you, okay? So right now I'm just putting my energy for you into these cards, and I'm gonna pick one. Oh, this one feels right. Ah, I love it. Your word is courage. That's what you really need right now, and that's what you need to remember is always inside of you, no matter what. This feels like the perfect word for you today. I love pulling these cards because you just never know what you're gonna get, and I love it when something so perfect happens and you get just the perfect word. So as you go on with your day and your life, and if you notice that the things that we took away from you are coming back, because you might subconsciously be calling them back to you, which a lot of people can do, I want you to interrupt that cycle and think of me and your courage and how it is always inside of you. You always have such a capacity for courage. It's not something that's out of reach for you or far away. It's always in you. And you can call on it whenever you want and change what you're thinking, change what you're manifesting. You can change that whenever you want, because you are a powerful, miraculous, physical being on this planet. Alright, so now that we've done this really powerful healing, I want to help put you to sleep with a little bit of a flower face massage. So I have this beautiful rose here. She is a fresh, new, beautiful rose. And I want you the healing that we've just done together. Fully integrate all of the love, all of the courage as I trace your face with this beautiful, soft, supple rose. And she smells really good too. Do you smell that? Oh, she is so beautiful and fresh. And I can tell that she loves brushing your face and sharing her amazing, light, bright energy with you. I'm just brushing her on the top of your head and down your hair. Let's do the other side. Just gently down your hair. Gently down your hair here. Kind of over your ear on the side of your head. You are one of the most courageous and miraculous beings that I know. And the reason that I know that is because you were led to me and you followed your intuition to receive this healing. That says that you're a very strong, very intuitively intelligent being. Just a few more beautiful strokes. I can tell that you are very sleepy now. So I am going to just gently direct some more deep, loving energy into your aura field, and then invite you